Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 40 of our FTB OceanBlock Let's Play series, where today we are working on some blood magic rituals and entering into a new dimension. Let's check it out. All right, so we are back on Oil Rig TheAndrata, and I have done a couple things. First off, before we start, I want to just let y'all know I am trying some new rendering settings for this episode, and a couple episodes going forward, trying to speed up my process a little bit. Every episode that I rendered takes about 4 hours because I record at 1080p and then I upscale it to 4K. Yeah, like I said, it takes anywhere between 4 to 6 hours depending on the length of the episode. And like, you know, when we go to the end or something like that and it's more graphically intense, it takes longer to encode. So I'm trying to cut that time down because I can't use my computer for anything else when that happens. So I can't get into any other games or do anything else because basically all my computer's doing is rendering videos for the channel. And I don't mind that. I can play games on other, consoles and stuff like that. But I want my computer back, darn it. So I'm trying to speed up the process a little bit and hopefully not sacrifice any of the quality. I'm trying out a couple different encoders and things like that. So if you notice any major difference in this video, please let me know so I can tweak things around. And yeah, that's where we're at. So in between episodes, let's go ahead and sleep because it's becoming nighttime. And then doing this all at night is going to be a pain to do. Oh, come on. Come on, Mr. Sun. Come on. Anyway, well, while we're waiting for that, we can go ahead and pick up a couple quests that we have done. And by a couple quests, I mean just blood magic. So we have tiered up to tier 3, so we can grab our reward from there. Draconium ingots. I like that. How many of those did we get? Can we make the seeds? That is going to be a very good question. And the Magician's Blood Orb we did get from another random quest that we got, so that's nice. We have completed the runes, the solid block. We just need the bloodstones. And we got a couple more quests from Draconic. We got the Draconium ingot, so we'll take that. Boop. A greater band of mana. Well, we already had one. 32 Draconium. Check it out, folks. We don't even have to do any work. We can dive right into, I guess I did have some Draconium dust, so that could have got us. But we can get seeds set up for our Draconium because we're going to need a lot of that stuff when we get into Draconic Evolution. And we use these to make the seeds, correct? Yes, Mystical Agriculture Fusion. It's a premium essence, so we'll work on getting those done. Now that we have those, I can set that up in between episodes and we can get the seeds going. We really need to start figuring out very soon, though, options for this mess that we have going on here. Probably going to set this up in a compact machine and just go crazy with it. Maybe set up like a hydroponic bed from Industrial Foregoing for these because it is fast. I did it in my what is that? My mod spotlight for Industrial Foregoing. I think that might be, it's going to be faster than the botany pots. I think it might be the fastest option for us before we get into the powered botany pots. But anyway, we're doing blood magic today. Let's talk about blood magic. And I got to put this greater band of mana away. So I went ahead and built up our tranquility altar here, our incense altar. So very similar to how the book has it in its design here, basically copied it 1-to-1 almost. So we have, water flowing out into these little beds here. We have some grass and everything. We got our paths, we got some plants and all that stuff. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't necessarily like these floating logs above the water, but it is what it is. There's not much we're going to be able to do about that. So we have that going. I just have grass over here because it likes grass. And then on the back side, I went up and set up lava flowing. I thought this side looked cool with the lava flowing. And then I set up source buckets of lava in each of these. So we got these little lava pools. And we got soul sand, which doesn't affect anything, but the nether wart here does, as well as the nether rack, and fire specifically boosts up your tranquility. And then the obsidian doesn't do anything for us, but the wood burnt up. As you would expect, wood over lava, no go. So it burnt up, so I figured, hey, let's just throw some obsidian because it's nethery. And we are sitting at a tranquility level of 2,342, and we have a bonus of 120% because that is the cap for our altar here. Now, speaking of our altar, I did go ahead and get us set up with all of our upgrades, and you can see my hopper is still there. What I did was set up runes of capacity on the sides so we can hold up to, I think it's 30 buckets of life essence now. And then we have some self-sacrifice runes so that we get more sacrifice. So each one of these increases 10%. So we get 100% more every time we do this, plus our 120% bonus there. We're getting quite a lot of life essence with every self-sacrifice. And then I got speed runes. We may swap out the speed runes, but we'll see. Let me tell you, this wasn't it was kind of just, it was tedious work. It wasn't difficult. And what I ended up doing was actually, and I should have left it up, but if you get a pipe, and then we get a upgrade for the pipe, which is a diamond upgrade, it allows you to filter. So all I did was set the pipe up here with a chest on the end of it. And then, you know, you just put the chest here. We can set this to extract, you know, where is my pipe wrench? Set it up to extract. And now we have a filter. So I just filtered out for the different, like if when I was making the blank slates are the easiest because I can just put them in here and let it craft and then export out. That's fine. And then I set it up to export the reinforced slates. And so it would only, I set it up to whitelist reinforced slates. So the only thing it was allowed to take out was reinforced slates. So, you know, it waited until they processed, took them out. And the same thing with the imbued slates for tier 3. So it was just it's a simple automation. It's not anything too crazy or fancy, but it got the job done. And I made a couple extra slates. So I made 16 of the blank. We have 8 of the reinforced, 4 of the imbued, and we have ethereal slates from quest rewards, but ethereal slates don't have a recipe, nor do they have a usage. So these are wasted rewards. We can't do anything with ethereal slates. That's tier 5. And tier 5, again, doesn't exist. So yeah, thanks, I guess. But anyway, we can break this up because I think we're going to be okay on our rune crafting, at least until we need to get into tier 4. And I'm going to have to make more of these, but we'll get there at some point. Excuse me there. So we can go ahead and put all this stuff away, and we'll bust it out later as needed. But like I said, I think we get like about 5 to 9,000. It was anywhere between 9 to 10,000 per self-sacrifice now with all of these runes plus our 120% bonus. So I'm not complaining. It didn't take terribly too long to make the runes, especially being able to tick accelerate. It's a little tedious. Before we go any further though, one thing I do want to get is the Tome of Parisia. The Tome of Parisia is a experience book that you can store experience in. Just requires some imbued slates in your blood orb and a lapis block. But from what I understand, or from what I can tell, it doesn't have a like cap. Like our insightful crystal can only hold so much experience. I don't know if the Tome of Parisia has a experience cap. So what I want to do is transfer all of our levels out of this and then put them into the Tome of Parisia and see how that goes. Like, and then we could even cheese it really if we wanted to, take experience out with this to put it into our book. And we had 82 levels of experience in there, so that's nice. And it's the same process. You just hold right click. It does have an auto collect mode, so it'll pick up your experience for you. But like I said, we don't need to enchant this with holding or anything. It'll just take all of the experience that we get, keep an eye on it for us, keep it nice and safe, and we don't have to worry about running out of room like we did with the insightful crystal. So if we look in here, it now says we have 82 levels, which I do like that this tells me how many levels we have stored in here, plus 19,000 experience. And it's the same process. Right click to get your levels out, shift right click to put your levels in. And I believe if we go to options, controls, is there a blood magic? This is just cycle sigils. I thought there was a hotkey to enable it to auto collect. Maybe it just automatically does it, or maybe I have to actually do it myself. I don't know. But it goes into your charm slot too, so it frees up one of our inventory spaces here, which is pretty darn nice. I do love having my inventory clear. But anyway, book. So what do we need to do next? Well, our next goal is we need to start working on opening up the dungeon, okay? Because in order to get to tier 4, we need the bloodstone Blood. We need the bloodstone bricks, which require us to be able to get the activation or the weak blood shard in polished andesite, apparently. In order to get the weak blood shards, we have to get into the alchemical reaction chamber, which requires us to have a master blood orb and a sanguine reverter. And actually, sorry, no, that would break our master blood orb into a weak blood shard. We need saturated tau with a sanguine reverter, and that will get us one blood shard with a 20% chance of getting another one. So we need to get into the alchemical reaction chamber here. Now, fairly simple to make. Going to use the last of our imbued slates. I should have probably crafted more. But it's these two things that are going to be the challenge for us, the saturated tau and the sanguine reverter. The saturated tau only comes from that dimension. In order to get it saturated, let's go and look for dungeon dowing tau fruit. So tau fruit can be found in the dungeons. And then after which you find it, you can farm it just like anything else, and you can use bone meal on it. However, in order to make it saturated, you have to have a mob, like a cow, standing nearby the fruit as it grows. And as it grows, it will steal the health away from the mob and then fill it up. So it's basically stealing its blood and then creating the saturated tau. So we need to do this process. We need to get at least one of these saturated tau. Let's search for tau fruit. And this is all new in this version of Blood Magic. Sanguine Reverter. In order to make a Sanguine Reverter, we need to work on getting into a Hellfire Forge. And in order to do this, we need to start working on getting the Demonic Will. Okay? And Demonic Will is always my favorite part of Blood Magic. And I say that with a /S at the end of that because I do not care for the Demonic Will process of Blood Magic, but it is what it is. We'll get it done. We'll make it work. So we need some string because we're going to need to get at least a couple. I don't have any string. We're going to have to capture a few mobs in our. Oh, I had 64. It looks like 4. It's very hard to read with it like that. So we need to get this string going. So let's get our hopper. And it's 500 per. We have 30,000. So I think we're going to be okay to just let this. Let's do 16 of these. And that should be good to go, and it'll convert over as we're talking. So what we're making right now, by the way, is the snares, right? Blood Magic snares. And what these do is you throw them at a monster, and then you kill them, and you will be able to obtain their Demonic Will. And their Demonic Will is going to need to go into a gem, a petty Tartaric gem to start with. And then we're going to have to tier our way up through the different gems. In order to make a petty Tartaric gem, we need a Hellfire Forge with some will. We need a total of 1 will, and we can use the gems that we get from this guy in order to do it. And they finished, so we can actually just go ahead and grab those, and we have 16 of them. So yeah, we have a process that we need to get through. Now, we don't have mob spawns set up yet. We do have Blurst Earth that we can create. I want to see maybe if we can get into this dimension. I know that there's mobs in the dimension. Maybe we can go that route first before we set up any kind of mob spawner. Not that I don't want a mob spawner, but we haven't needed it yet, and I don't want to set it up for just this one little thing. So what we need to do, though, is this Edge of the Hidden Realm ritual, which will allow us to enter into the demon realm. Okay, so this is going to be a process, that's for sure. All right, so we're going to need a total of 36, a total of 36 runes, plus a total of 80,000 LP in our soul network. So what we're going to do is go ahead and throw our blood orb in there. Let that thing start filling up because we're going to need 80,000 LP in this thing, and we can just go ahead and sacrifice real quick. Fill that guy back up and let that thing run. So we're going to let that fill up as we're going. And we need to start getting into runes. So we're going to need 36 blank runes for sure. So we're going to have to set up more rune crafting so we can get the runes going. But we need to get a ritual diviner. And the ritual diviner is made with all of these different inscription tools. They are, you got fire, air, earth, and water, like Avatar: The Last Airbender. We got to collect all the elements and become the avatar. So we have to make these. And these are made fairly simply with certain items inside of the altar. So we have magma cream. For air, you're going to have a gas tier. Luckily, we have gotten gas tiers. We're going to need a piece of obsidian and a lapis block. Luckily, all of which we have. So we can get a lapis block. Are we having that thing is going on, isn't it? Yes. I knew I wasn't crazy when I pulled that string out. That string said 2 and I pulled out 64. We're just having that little glitch with the external storage. Now, if I were to look up string, we probably have tons of string. Yeah, 535. I knew we had more string than that, and it was just acting all funky wonky. All right, so we have the lapis block. We need obsidian. We're going to need a gas tier. And we're going to need magma cream. And all of these just need to go into here. We have drained all of our LP and we have 38,000 in there. Let's go ahead and take our orb back out. And let's see, from each craft or each one, we get 6,000. I thought we got more than that, but I could just be crazy. Let's go ahead and charge back up. And these things go pretty quick. Well, especially with the acceleration runes. We're not going to be sitting around waiting for too long for most of these. And each one takes 1,000 LP. Magma cream. And then gas tier as well. Bam. And we have enough? Yes. And we can even do the thing. Because again, we're going to need 80,000 LP to activate this ritual in the first place. So doing this is not wasting any of our efforts. And you have another, so you'll get up to 50,000 with this batch. So now we can make the ritual diviner. Bam. And we've got that. Is that a quest? It is. So then we need to work on getting the runes. And what are we going to need? 36 blank runes. We have 25. So I just need to make a few more because when I was doing all these, I just bulk crafted a bunch of runes. So we just need another 11. So I need 11,000 LP in here. So let's go ahead and stab ourselves again a couple times. And I will get these blank runes going. Yeah, 7,000. See? The number changes. Not sure what causes that, but it changes. And bam. Okay, so we just need to get, oh, you know what? I have blanks. You know what? Actually, do I need to do that? No, I don't even need to. We can just go ahead and put this back in here. We have runes. So what we need to do is grab our runes. What do I need? Another 11 of these. Bam, there's 36. And then we just need to set this up somewhere that makes sense. Let's go ahead and heal up just in case. I don't want to, don't want to die. And we kind of have a portal area, but what we need to do is set this up for the edge of the hidden realm. We also need a master ritual stone, which is going to be this guy. It just requires some ritual stones, which require reinforced slates, which we do have. And then, oh, you know what? We need ritual stones, don't we? Not blank slates. I just made the wrong thing, didn't I? I think I did. Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking blank runes. Y'all are probably slaying me in the comments right now. We need ritual stones. And we're going to need a weak activation crystal, which is a lava crystal. Son of a gun. So we need 36 ritual stones. Is that correct? It has been a while since I have done any kind of ritual. Yeah. Manually painted. Where you can make your thing. Yeah, we need ritual stones. Son of a gun. I need 36 ritual stones, not blank runes. Well, we got the blank runes for when we get into tier 4. Ritual stones is what I need for this, and that's what we need 36 of. I don't think I have enough reinforced slates for that. That's for sure. That is correct. All right, so I'm gonna have to craft some reinforced slates. So are we at the 80,000 yet? We're almost there. I don't want to take that out until we get there. So let's go ahead and do this flyby. Okay, and we have 80,000. Good. So we can take this out. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and craft up the ritual stones. So what does it cost? It's 4 of these for 4 of these. So we need 36. So that is 9 sets. So we need 36 ritual stones. So I need 32 more reinforced slates. Goodness gracious, that's a lot of LP. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. All right, and this should be the last little dingity dangity stab I need to do to fill this up. Yeah, we need about 12,000 more. We have 21,000 in the bank. So let's go ahead and get our thing charged. And I think last episode I mentioned how you didn't have to wait until the fire was gone. Wait until the fire is gone if you want to maximize this. That's why we weren't getting 10K every swing, because I was being impatient and not waiting as I should have. And we can just go ahead and, you know, tick accelerate this a little bit so that it fills up just a little faster, because even with the speed runes, still not the fastest thing in the world to craft. So there we go, 32 reinforced slates done, which means we can make ritual stones now. Not you, but you. We just need a bunch of obsidian, so let's make a stack of that stuff. 2 stacks, or 3 stacks, or however many we want, because we have enough. So if I put those in there, we should be able to get the 36 of those that we're going to need. Bam, now we're good to go. Then we just need the weak activation crystal, which was a lava crystal, which is just some buckets of lava, diamond, and our stone. So we can go ahead and do that. And I had lava buckets in the system from when I was doing this, because I just crafted the lava buckets, because why wait? And then we should just be able to do that. And it's 10,000 LP, and we've got 16K in the bank. So we can just go ahead, and it's always good to just have it full, or close to full. You know, after we do a craft, we'll let it charge back up. Bam. Give me that. Wrong button. Give me that. And there we go. So now we need to put this somewhere. And I'm curious as to what the size of this thing is going to be. Like, do we think I could fit it here? This is kind of like our teleportation landia, our ritual area. So like, if I put it here, is it gonna fit? That's the question, isn't it? Rituals. What I want is list of rituals. Yeah, there we go. The edge of the hidden realm. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 out. So if I were to center the ritual here, so 1, 2, 3, it's gonna butt right up against our portals. So I don't know if I necessarily like that. 1, 2, 3, and it's gonna butt up right against there. I kind of don't really have anywhere else to really put this, though, unless I build out another platform beyond our altar for this and just have like a simple, you know, what, like a 5x5, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's really kind of my only choice here, isn't it? Oh, I'm finally out of range of my transmitter. It's the first time we've run out of range of this thing. Also, I need to look up, is there like an infinite rangificator in this pack? Can we get infinite range? Okay, so that's 1, 2, and then we're gonna start the new one here. 5, 6, 7. Is a 7x7 gonna work? 1, 2, 3. No, because that's only 3 out. So we do have to do a 9x9. Okay. Bam. And if we grab our diamond wand, we should be able to set this up properly. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. More dirt. That was what, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I'll make this look, you know, nice. I'll put the bricks around it and everything later. But what we need to do is set our master ritual stone down here. And that is centered, right? And okay, we're good. So what we can do is just right click on this and it's going to place all of the blocks for us. I got out of range of it. There we go. Okay, so that is everything placed. Already wrote the ritual stones have been inscribed for us. You can use, by the way, if you had those things, you can use these inscription tools to actually, you know, if you wanted to manually take the earth one and write it out, but you don't have to. Use your ritual diviner. It'll just make it so much easier. Places all this stuff for you. And then all we got to do is hit this with our weak activation crystal, right? Like, we have the 80,000 LP in our network. So if I just boom, rush of energy flows through the ritual. And there we go. That is our teleporter. The inversion pillar is what it is called. So let's go ahead and take a quick peek into here and see what we're looking at. We have our soul snares. We don't need our activation crystal. We can go ahead and put our ritual diviner, sacrificial knife, that away. Do we have our armor on? We do have armor. I think we're as prepared as we're going to be able to be in here. I'm going to assume that this has a way home. I hope so. Should I make an overworld painting just to be safe? Does the book tell me anything? Does it say that there is is there an inversion pillar on the other side? Edge of the hidden realm. Do you tell me about this though? No. It was in the dungeon delving. Yes. Antechamber. Let's see. So you're going to find yourself looking at an inversion pillar. After you complete it, right click it. We transfer to the antechamber. Single treasure chest containing some basic loot, and if you're lucky, a few simple keys. A number of doorways are there. Use the key on these seals to unlock the next room. Right click on this to return to your world. Okay, so we do have a way back. So let's peek our head inside, and it's very dark. Let's go ahead and go home and get ourselves a let's get a feral flare lantern. We're just gonna drop a feral flare lantern inside of there because it's pretty dark. And then once we do that, I kind of want it to go like right here. Yeah, we're coming into this room and I'm already, oh, that's where the dungeon controller sits. But I want to sit above it. It says there are a number of decorative blocks in here that you can take. So yeah, we're going to take the decorative blocks. But I want to do this. Hey, is it a little bit I wouldn't say it's cheaty, but is it? Yeah, there we go. Bam. Now we're lit up. This still works, right? Okay, cool. All right, we are inside, and what's inside of this chest? Well, you're gonna have to wait until the next episode to figure it out, because of course we're gonna end on a cliffhanger, all that work, and you're not gonna get to find out what we did until tomorrow. It keeps you coming back. Yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. And like I said, if you notice any quality differences with this episode, please let me know. Because like I said, I'm trying to optimize my rendering process here to make things a little bit faster for me, but still retain the same quality levels for you guys. And if I can't, I can't. It's okay. We'll figure out a solution. But I'm going to experiment a little bit with these little later episodes in this pack, because they generally tend to not get viewed as much as the newer episodes. So you people who are watching this right now are my loyalists, so I trust your feedback is what I'm saying. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.